connect, serve, and grow is what you can expect at the House of Reconciliation. Leadership, community, education, wellness, and participation is part of our plan for your spiritual growth and success. Family and faith is a core value for the House of Reconciliation, working to help people find their purpose. Want to make an impact in the kingdom? Ready to tap into your future? Meet us at the House Sundays with Pastor Reginald Campbell. www.houseofreconciliation.org.
Our church anthem, I am the seed that grows and advances the kingdom. Bread of life that I received today, not only for me, but to be shared with others, that they grow myself for the purpose of thank you. Why you say welcome all of you in. Thank you that are those that are part of the early morning broadcast here at Suite 1421 or 27? Yeah, you can tell it's been a minute since I've been here. Suite E, Launch Road. Thank you for the early bird service, and of course to the Mother Campus in Greenwood, and also to our virtual campus and our global connections. We're excited to be with you this morning. It's been out for a minute, but we're back and have some in-depth stuff for you. We're going to, first of all, read Galatians 5:1, and I know some people say that we're still there, but we're going to be here until we learn it. Galatians 5:1 says, stand fast. Stand fast. I want you to say this with me. Nobody. Y'all come on, y'all got to do a little better than that. Nobody owns me. Nobody owns you but God. Come on. I got to let it sit, but God. Nobody. Not your sickness. Not your finances. Not your brokenness. Nobody. Today is the day that we're going to start to begin to pick up our rights. I want you to say that with me as you be seated. Today is a day that I'm going to learn how to pick up my rights as a human and as an heir and as a seed of Abraham. We chose the theme for this month, bruised but not broken. And so we have to take a little step back in order to go forward. And so when I was thinking of what can I say, it became this: won't let me be. There are things that are still calling you that you have walked away from because it just didn't connect with your mind. It put a parasite in your spirit. So this is why God is telling us that the traditions of men make the word of God of no effect. And he says in Galatians, because when you look at Galatians 5:2, there was a challenge among the Jews and the Gentiles. And they had a problem with personal issue. So Paul wrote to them saying, stand fast. When you come into Christ, because you're not used to being free, it's easily to be retrapped again. Many times people don't listen to God. They listen to what they see, and what you see look like it's working. But where I choose this text from, it comes out of the bottom part, be not entangled again. How many of us have repeated the same mistake over and over and over and over and over and over again? You know why that mistake keeps happening? False hope. You're hoping into something that has no substance to sustain what it said. So you're trusting in something that doesn't believe in itself. If it believed in itself, you wouldn't have to keep rehearsing it over and over again. And what it becomes is a yoke. So you can't hear from God because all the mail that you're receiving is junk mail. You know, this is why now we have this thing called a junk file. And it has junk mail, so when it's not something that is credible, it sends it over to your junk file, and you can view it at your own discretion. There are some things that permanently needed to be deleted out of our lives that we keep reading. So when it says won't let me be, the tough part is trying to see yourself in a place that you're not already there. I'll say it again. The tough part is seeing yourself in a place that you're not already there. The present tells you and your past tells you you've done enough. The problem is you have if you die today. But if you wake up tomorrow, what do you have planned? So here's the challenge. Don't wreck your future running from your past. Many people are trying to run from their past rather than step through their past. So you're trying to get away, but you didn't learn the lessons. You want to change your atmosphere, but if you don't change your atmosphere, you will become entangled again because you didn't learn the root cause of the problem. And until you learn the root cause of the problem, you can't solve the problem. See, and here's what's tough. Sometimes it's hard to find a place to start. This is a month of discuss, struggle in the spiritual neurology. It's a challenging month. This is why books like this, Mind of a Champion, is critical to the believer. You can get things, but you can't shape your mind with your mind. You have to get a different resource to help shape your mind for your substance and your potential. So many people are talking to me. I know we have youth finances about basic financial steps. If you don't have the basics, there's no need of trying to talk about stock, investments, and returns. So here's the thing. You have to find a place to start. You have to. If not, we're going to run off the road again. Here is the thing. Out of our mindsets comes our behavior. And what many people don't believe is that there are spiritual things that have influence on your mind. There are people that want to tell you all of this and all of that. That does not help me until I get myself free from the things that are trying to intrude my mind. Here's one, 1 Peter 5:8, be sober. You can't always be a fly-by-night. You can't always try to be a one-hit wonder. Now let me break this down. Be sober. Stop basing your life on events. Base your life on everyday living. And if you don't like how you're living, talk to the person that put you in that position. And many times it's the person in the mirror. 1 Peter, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, this is the key thing if you're a writer, you have an adversary specifically assigned to you. Your adversary knows your past, it knows your present, and believe it or not, it knows your future. The assignment of the adversary is to slow you down, that your seeds cannot be planted. And some people are so stuck in foolishness that when they finally get to the point, they have no seeds because they didn't sow. You can't get to success without process. Now, let's take it a step further. Success is not happiness. Happiness is an emotion. Success has sustainability to it. It has substance. He says the devil, you can call him your enemy, walking about as what? Doing what? So you don't think you have value. Why would Satan take the time to stop you? You know why? You can do what he can't do. And because you can, he's jealous because his fate has been sealed. Number two, your adversary wants to seal your fate by manipulating your mind. This is why the subject is, won't let me be. Any way he can distract you. Luke says it this way. This is when Jesus Christ was here on earth. He says, and the Lord said, Simon, Simon. He spoke to his natural and his spirit. Behold, he calls him this time Satan. Has what? Has desired to have you that he may sift you as wheat. See, the problem is you're looking at a person knocked over. You're looking at a person that has fallen. You're looking at the fall. You're not looking at what caused the fall. The fall just didn't happen all of a sudden. The fall was a build up of a sum of things. It's the little things that we're not doing. It's the little boats we're not tightening up that causes the vehicle to leak oil. It's the little things we think are unimportant. You see, I'm finna run in the store. Ain't nobody gonna go in my car. It don't take but a second for a thief to take what you got. If we know that, then why don't we protect our spirit? It don't take but 1 weak second for the adversary to plant a seed in your mind that will not come to harvest today. But when you start to try to pull yourself together, can I talk to somebody in real time? I'm going to get my credit together. You can't get your credit together till you erase the debt, the bad debt. And people sell you hypotheticals like, well, we can pause it and we can get your credit score up temporarily. But to a creditor, they're not going to look at where you're at. They're going to look at where you came from. Satan plants a seed that doesn't show up today, but it shows up when you get ready to look for your keys of life and move forward, and boom. Everybody can say they got good credit till they go try to get credit. Somebody shout, won't let me be. I got the money in my pocket, but the money in my pocket goes to the people I hadn't paid. I got a pocket full of money. Technically, it's not yours because when you go to get credit, they're going to see the 12 people and the 12 companies that you have not paid. And you looking like a hot butterfly. Am I making sense? I'm not going to be with you long. We're going to let you go. What would your future self say to your present self? First of all, number 3, seek sustainable principles. Most people who are complaining do not have these 3 things. Number 1, consistency. Number 2, continuity. Number 3, faithfulness to the process. I'll go back over. See, what would your future self? Y'all seen those commercials when them 2 old people are sitting in the room and the man got on them socks that don't match? And they talking about you were bad when you were young and you didn't manage your money. Now we old and we can't go on vacation. We can't do nothing. This is what I'm talking about. What would your future self say to your present self? Your present emotions cannot sustain your future. Now let me tell you a secret. That's the emotion you're going to forget. Then when you get there, you're going to wonder why you can't stay there. It's because you didn't have sustainable principles. Too many people are running their life off of their emotions rather than having faith. Faith is a hard thing to have when all you see is a brick wall. But when you seek God, oh, I can't play with that. I feel that. When you seek God, He lets you see through the wall. Oh, Lord. So, sustainable principles. Number one, consistency. Before you go bump your gums, ask yourself, is you consistent? All right? Before you go give an opinion. I heard a guy, and this is, let me see who. Okay, now this is for these generations. Gen X, Zennials, Millennials, and Gen Y, and Gen Next. I was listening to a guy, and I try to catch up. You know, and you know you're old when you got to go look at young folks stuff. And he said, he made this statement. He said, you feel different when the rabbit got the gun. So you so used to shooting at people. And you so used to going off on people. But when the rabbit got the gun, it's a little difference when it's pointed at you. See, it's easy to criticize. But you'll be emotional for 3 months and can't get over a stumbling block. Somebody say, won't let me be. Sustainable principles. Number one, consistency. Number two, continuity. Number three, faithfulness to the process. Now let me help you when he says, be not again entangled. I want to help somebody who is trying to help somebody. You have done enough for ungrateful people. You're loyal to something that's not loyal to you. You give more of you and get less of you back and have nothing to give to the people who care about you. And you somewhere asking God, why are you not helping me? And God is saying, you've done enough for the ungrateful. Yes, because you're reaching for a person who won't reach up to be helped. And a person who won't help has to take in consideration the tools of help. Now, can I help you? The tools of help is not money. Money's not going to fix it. The tools of help is knowledge. If you get the knowledge, you won't be begging for money. Now, everybody going to run into a tight and need help from time to time. You don't need to be needing help every first of the month. And not every day. We took out the landline down at the mother church because people were calling because we were giving away things. And they said, well, since y'all have given away everything, can you put me first next month? And I would be the one to say, I hope you wouldn't be in this situation next month. Click. You have done enough for the ungrateful. Can I make it plain? You owe more to your future than your present and your past. You've done enough for the ungrateful. Well, that's my brother. Don't matter. He's ungrateful. Well, that's my sister. That's my uncle. That's my they ungrateful. God is not going to put back in your storehouse when you sowed in bad soil. He's not. Quit asking him. Which of you set it down first and add it? Is this going to help them or is this going to aid them? I know y'all wasn't expecting this month. Y'all weren't expecting this. You just loyal to something that ain't loyal to itself. You just loyal to something that ain't loyal to itself. You can throw it. I didn't brush my beard this morning. You loyal to something that's not. And see, here's the problem. Here's the problem. When your destiny meets up with your present, you won't be ready. You know why? There has been no time to focus on you or your future. When your purpose finally comes, are you in a financial position to sustain yourself until you build clients? When your destiny comes, are you prepared or are you exhausted? Tired, wore out, can't sleep, beat up. And here's it. Now, let me help you out. Just help somebody. This is going to hurt. Close your eyes because I don't want you looking at me. The people that are pulling on you, say this with me, the people that are pulling on me are only pulling on me of what they think I have. But the people that are pulling on me can't deposit anything in me. Can I make it plainer? They're pulling on you because they don't have a future and you do. And like I say, when you go to them, they can't deposit into you. That is a trick of the enemy to tap into you to invest in things that won't invest in itself. And if you're an investor, why invest in something that has no return? If it can't return and it can't get better, you're going to have to let it sail. God doesn't reward for bad decisions. God doesn't reward bad decisions. You can shout, kick, fly, throw your shoes out the window. It's not going to change the process of God. Here is something else. These type of people always want you to feed into their misery. You know, sometimes when people call you, look at your phone, you be like, ooh, I can't do that right now. Yes. Yeah. You really need to go ahead and just stop. But see, it's hard to break up with your past. It's hard to break up with your past. Here's a kicker. Our denial will suffocate our involvement in our future. You can give so much to people that you're in denial of your own opportunity. You're negative about you. You look in the mirror and you see disgust. When you look in the mirror, you should see, what's my next? That is one you can write. What's my next? It isn't what I am. It's not who I was. It's what I have the opportunity to become. Quit killing yourself. Quit downing yourself. Quit seeing yourself as a failure. Push yourself rather than allowing people to pull you to a place that you don't belong. And I'm going to close on this one. When you are getting to a place that you're close to getting in your purpose, you're going to lose some people. Watch this. It's one thing to lose people. It's another thing to lose the voices in your head. You're going to have to lose those voices in your head, and some of those voices you own. Stop talking negative. Stop trying to please everybody. Can I give you a secret? They were going to blackball you anyway. Because sometimes the group you're following isn't the group to where you're going. Sometimes the group you hang out with, that's their Super Bowl. And that can be the foot of your mountain. So as a closing note, I'm not the voices in my head. You're not what you told yourself you wasn't. You have to open up that window of spiritual growth. And the thing about spiritual growth, it doesn't happen when you want it. It happens when you're broken. It happens in the middle of a test. The situation is you're looking at the problem and not looking for the revelation. You don't find diamonds laying on the ground. You find diamonds deep in the earth, and they have a whole lot of crust and a whole lot of gook and a whole lot of metals around them. You got to keep tapping it till you crack it. You are not the voice in your head. You and I can be our greatest enemy. And you suffocate people to help you take your mask off. When you have the power to take off your own mask, how can someone help you if you're draining them? Be an asset, not a liability. I cannot think of, it was the great honorable, he's over Elijah Muhammad, but what's the other guy's name? Farrakhan. He did, it was a little rough what he said. I can't say that to y'all. But he said, some of y'all men try to be cute and pretty and fine. He said, but that ain't what a woman wants. She needs somebody who can be creative. To the men. See, you have to be creative. Because as your family grows, your creativity has to grow. I don't know where I wrote it, but I hope I don't mess it up. He said, you have to be creative. You have to be responsible. You have to be a provider. And you have to be a protector. He said, you cute, and she keeping you up. But at some point when she comes into her reality, she's going to find an ugly man. That can be creative. Come on. Responsible. A provider. And a protector. Because why are you standing around looking cute? Well, somebody said cute is for puppies and babies. And see, man, you're not seeking God. You're seeking masculinity. Oh, Lord, don't let me go there. You're not seeking God. You got to seek God so you can be a provider. And if you're not creative, you will be stuck with the income you have. Am I making sense? And sometimes you're happy doing what you're doing, but what you're doing don't take care of your needs. Come on. It's not enough. Nah. It's tight. I mean, I'm saying because I was talking, and I thank God for Bishop Jeff Akers. And we were talking, and actually I am going to create on Successful Living the men's series, the round table. I'm not. It's not going to be church. We're going to talk about life, being broken, being successful, where we are, where we've been, what we were told, what we're not. If you want to be a part of that, you need to reach out. But I'm going to do that series. Probably be sometime, but because what I want to do is set up at least like a 12-part series, and just take men and have a conversation with men. Because if to be a man isn't look and see women, y'all fall for stuff. Y'all fall because y'all like to play patty cake, make a man, roll him up, put him in it. You can't make a man. A man is a unique thing that was created by God. And until he gets back to God, he will always be broken. You can swing them golf clubs all you want to. You can race them motorcycles all you want to. You can put on that nice cologne all you want to. But all you are is a golf-hitting, cologne-wearing, bad breath stinking, broken man. Because spirit broke, ain't nothing else good. I'm just... Y'all said y'all miss me. Y'all said y'all miss me. Yeah. Well, I just have to tell you the truth. I'm about developing men. First of all, I respect you because you're the seed. And after the respect, I have to build you because God has an assignment for you. And if all you have is an ego and some shoes and some socks and a little piece of car that can get hit on the highway, you ain't got much. Your health can take all your money. Your perception can destroy your reality. So I'm going to do that series. I can't remember the name, but I do remember it's going to be a roundtable discussion with men. So we're going to, some of it we're going to do live and some of it we're going to pre-record, but mostly we're going to do live. But as I close, the reason it won't let me be is because many times I won't let it go. You have to let it go. And when you let it go, you'll get the voices out of your head. God bless you. I will be at the Mother Campus today. We will be... You said yes. So please, there's all kind of ways that you can give. Actually, we received some giving from some people, so hopefully they can pull that up on the screen. Those of you that are across the world, and those of you that are in the city, and I want to say this especially to my Greenville audience. Thank you. The numbers have greatly increased. We have some opportunities. I'd love for you to be a part of our in-service as well as a part of our broadcast so that we can grow together and make a difference and an impact in the city. God bless you. I will see you soon.